In this episode of the Flexible, Functional, and Fit series, Part 1, you are jacked up because you fucked up, son. Let's talk about it.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Welcome everyone to episode 545 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, and broadcast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex, and we get fucking huge because that's just what happens. Thank you for joining me for part 1 of the Flexible, Functional, and Fit series. This is a beautiful Thursday. I hope you enjoyed your weekend and your Halloween and getting fat as fuck. Let's reverse that and let's talk about a few things today. But first, let's get into the question of the day. And today's question is from Eric Dean on Facebook. And he asks, Papa Swolio, no one seems to recommend foam rolling to help ease lower back pain. Blah, blah, blah. Since it's not recommended, what would be a good replacement? Well, ED, and I just say ED because it's kind of funny because it's the same initials as erectile dysfunction, but your name is Eric Dean. So I'm not going to go there, but you've been watching for a long time. You're a very valued member of the community. I want to help you with this question. So it says that in your question, no one seems to recommend foam rolling to help ease lower back pain because foam rolling is not necessarily designed to help lower back pain. It's designed to inhibit muscles. So what you do with foam rolling is you put pressure on a muscle and it sends a negative feedback reflex to the brain that releases tension in the muscle, which allows the body to relieve stress and to change, the amount of tension that builds up inside the muscle and allows you to create mobility and movement. So in order to release tension or to fix pain in your lower back, it's because of your chronic posture. And this is what we're getting through this series this week. So this is a great episode to feature this question, but it's about balancing out the musculature in your hips, in your glutes, and in your core. That's going to help relieve back pain. You don't want to foam roll your back because your kidneys are right there, your floating ribs, and it's a very sensitive area that already has a lordotic curve. So adding pressure can just exacerbate. There's not much. You never want to foam roll a joint, like on the joint, and all you have in the lower back is open space and dense connective tissue that can add pressure in the wrong manner. So you need to foam roll your glutes, you need to foam roll your hip flexors, and you need to do more yoga and activation of the glutes that will help relieve pressure in your lower back. If you have a literal thing that's tight and you want to, go in there to one spot, I can't necessarily recommend you do that. But if you use a tennis ball against a wall, it's safer. I would not necessarily lean on it on the ground. Like you said, you try to do it against the wall, but it doesn't seem to work. If you have chronic back pain, it's not coming from the lower back. It's being caused by imbalances elsewhere, 99 times out of 100. Thank you for your question. Remember, everyone watching on YouTube, Facebook, and maybe even for the clips I post on Instagram at Swolenormous, make sure that you ask the question using the hashtag AskPapaSwolio. That's hashtag AskPapaSwolio. And remember, the Daily Swole Club is going strong all week long. So if you want to be entered to win prizes like lesson packs, programs, one-on-one FaceTimes with yours truly, Papa Swolio, apparel, make sure you drop in the comments section wherever you're watching. You need to tag someone. So you need to tag a friend. Don't tag an enemy. Tag a friend because you want, cool people to watch. I don't want assholes watching this fucking show. Tag a friend with the hashtag Daily Swole Club and you'll be automatically entered to win. I'll be announcing that every single week. So let's do it. 5:45, it's Thursday. Welcome to Flexible, Functional, and Fit Part 1. Let's talk about why you jacked up. Why you jacked up, son? Why you jacked up? I'm looking at you right now on Facebook and YouTube. Why you fucking jacked up? You watching, you're jacked up. Why are you jacked up? Well, you're doing what I'm doing. You're sitting down. You're sitting down in a car. You're sitting down at work. You're sitting down watching TV. Human beings are meant to sit. But moreover than that, we're meant to squat. We're meant to go into a deep squat, and that relieves pressure on the hips. That relieves pressure around the knees. That is a natural movement. The ancient tribes sitting around campfires in a deep squat. But sitting in that 90-degree position is bad for the back. It's bad for the back because essentially you're foam rolling your glutes all day long. If you're sitting down 90 degrees, you are adding pressure on your hips, and that pressure sends an inhibitory signal to the brain that responds by reducing activity of the glutes, which deactivates the muscle and destabilizes the hips. So think about a pyramid. If you took a pyramid wider at the base because it's more supportive and you invert it, the tiny part at the bottom, that's not going to be stable. That's essentially what you're doing with your spine and with your hips. So because you're sitting, you're inhibiting your hips and you're fucking up the stability at the base of your core, which subjects you to pain in your lower back and injury in your lower back. So the next part of why you're jacked up, that's just generally why you're fucked up. I mean, if you have an acute injury, you got into a car accident, or you have a sports-related injury, that's different. But one of the major things aside from that is that you're not doing anything to specifically counteract those problems. All right? You just expect those things to go away. You have pain, you stop moving, it goes away, you start moving again, the pain comes back, and you just play this cat and mouse game where you stop, it goes away, you start moving again, it comes back. You never fix the fucking problem. You're taking Motrin, Tylenol, and you're fucking your world up. So you have to be tactical and you have to approach this imbalance properly so you can fix it so it doesn't come back. So it's shutting down your hips, it's fucking up your back, and then the bigger problem is that it spreads everywhere like a fucking plague. It spreads, and oh baby, does it fucking spread. It spreads like wildfire because your hips are the center of everything. So it's going to start fucking up your knees. It's going to start fucking up your ankles. It's going to fuck up your back, your neck, and your shoulders. So if you have chronic neck pain, and you get a massage once a week, and magically it keeps on coming back, well, maybe it's not coming from your neck. If you have chronic back pain, and as Eric was asking before, and if you roll the back or you're trying to do that kind of stuff and it doesn't go away, maybe it's not coming from the back, because you have to understand that your spine is supporting the weight of everything above it. So if it's not stable at the bottom, everything is torquing at the top, and it still has to hold by gravity is pulling down every single ounce. Every single fucking ounce of your body is pulling down through the lower vertebrae and onto the sacrum. Every single ounce. So if it's like Jenga and it's all out of alignment, it's pulling down in different ways. It's going to cause torque on the lower back muscles and all those deep ones that you don't even know the fucking names for. You know the lats and the glutes, but you don't know the longissimus. You don't know longissimus. You don't know fucking multifidus. You don't know quadratus lumborum. You don't know quadratus. You don't know. Those in the know, we know QL. QL is a gangster motherfucker. But you don't know. You don't know about those things. And those things are the ones that get hurt. No one's like, I tore my glute. Oh, man. Slayed my glutes today. Tore the glute right off the bone. No one tears their fucking glute. They tear their labrum, or they hurt their QL, or they herniate a disc. That's the shit that happens. So first off, we have to understand that we are jacked up. And you have to understand, I shouldn't say we, you. Papa Swole is all good. No, we all have problems. But first you have to understand that you're jacked up. And then you have to understand that you don't do fucking shit about it. Because if you're not tactical in your approach, if you can't tell me right now, and drop in the comments right now what you do. What are you doing to fix or to prevent your injuries in your lower back? What are you doing for mobility right now? I'm curious, because this series is flexible, functional, and fit. So right now, what are you doing? Drop it in the comments right now. What are you doing to keep functional? What are you doing to keep mobile? What are you doing to keep flexible? What do you do? What are you adding as a part of your program? Because if you don't know, or you don't have anything strategically in place, then you are on the fast track to being someone that's just straight fucked up. And if we can avoid that, why not avoid it? Thank you so much for joining me for this part 1 of Flexible, Functional, and Fit, episode 545, here all week for the next few episodes going over this series. So don't miss any of them. Remember, if you want your question featured, use it in the comments. I shouldn't say use it. Fuck that. Post it in the comments and use the hashtag AskPapaSwolio. And if you want to be entered to win prizes, lesson packs, apparel, and more, even FaceTimes with a bearded fucking legend, then tag a friend. Tag a friend with the hashtag DailySwoleClub to be automatically entered to win prizes every single week. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Thursday for 545. See you all tomorrow for Flex Friday for episode 546, Tools and Tactics for Getting Flexible, Functional, and Fit. Peace, McGee's. Deuce, Magoose. I'll see y'all tomorrow.